And we begin tonight with breaking news on the presidential primaries in New Hampshire. Good evening. I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders is leading as of now. We're still waiting for the official election results, but let's take a look at where things stand right now.
It's a close one. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders is in first place with roughly 26% of the vote, followed by former Mayor Pete Buttigieg with 24% and Senator Amy Klobuchar with nearly 20% of the vote.
In fourth place is Senator Elizabeth Warren, former Vice President Joe Biden, and Tom Steyer.
Andrew Yang coming in seventh and Deval Patrick following him. Now, some breaking news regarding Deval Patrick. According to CBS News, he's expected to announce the end of his campaign tomorrow. Two other candidates announcing their campaigns are over as well. We'll have more on that coming up in just a bit.
But first, we have a live look at a rally for Senator Bernie Sanders in Manchester, New Hampshire. Sanders is expected to speak once the votes are final and the winner is declared.
And it was another strong showing for Pete Buttigieg tonight in New Hampshire. We're giving a live look at his speech right now at a rally being held where hundreds are there. He's speaking to a group of supporters. This is now two straight strong performances for the former mayor, and he is now surging in the polls.
Meantime, Joe Biden and his wife left New Hampshire this afternoon and flew to South Carolina to keep campaigning there. This is video of Biden tonight at a rally in South Carolina. Biden had been the front runner in many of the polls, but didn't fare well tonight in New Hampshire. He now looks to get a head start in the next primary in South Carolina on February 29th.
And let's go live now to New Hampshire with Eyewitness News anchor Danielle North, who's been covering the primary all day. Danielle?
Well, Mike and Shannon, in the top four spots in New Hampshire, there are two women with two very different headlines coming out of the Granite State. You know, you've got Elizabeth Warren, who's fourth place showing here, really not what she was hoping for out of New Hampshire. But then you have Senator Amy Klobuchar, who really was surging after the debate on Friday night, and today getting a big boost in the first in the nation primary election.
Right now it is clear that Senator Sanders and Mayor Buttigieg had strong nights. And I also want to congratulate my friend and colleague, Amy Klobuchar, for showing just how wrong the pundits can be when they count a woman out.
U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren telling her crowd of supporters she's continuing her campaign and took time to congratulate her Democratic opponents, including Senator Amy Klobuchar, who had a strong feeling that she was going to come out strong tonight.
The people of New Hampshire, because of you, we are taking this campaign to Nevada. We are going to South Carolina. And we are taking this message of unity to the country.
The question now for Warren's campaign is, can she pick up steam after disappointments in Iowa and now in New Hampshire? Some analysts predict it could be a rough road ahead for the Massachusetts senator.
Can she make it competitively close enough to be able to take on Nevada and South Carolina and Super Tuesday to make some kind of a case? You sort of have to win early from a neighboring state if you're going to have a viable campaign going past New Hampshire. That's the challenge for Elizabeth Warren.
And Warren seemed to reflect on the possibility of that challenge as she closed out her remarks to this crowd tonight.
Tonight, I have a message for our party and for this nation. Our best chance of beating Donald Trump is with a candidate who can do the work, and I mean the hard, disciplined work. A candidate who can build a campaign to unite our party, and a candidate who can build a movement.
Now, at this point, Elizabeth Warren did not get enough percentage-wise to earn a single delegate here in New Hampshire. Meanwhile, Senator Klobuchar, she's building on momentum in the Granite State, already announcing she's going to expand her campaign in other states. Reporting live tonight in Manchester, New Hampshire, I'm Danielle North, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Danielle. And before the votes were even tallied in New Hampshire, two Democratic candidates suspended their campaigns.
Andrew Yang and Colorado Senator Michael Bennet announcing they have ended their bids.
The Yang has fundamentally shifted the direction of this country and transformed our politics, and we are only continuing to grow.
Yang went on to say he will go on to support whomever is the Democratic nominee. Meanwhile, Michael Bennet was a late entrant into the race and ran as a common sense, just the facts moderate. He did struggle to stand out in the crowded field.
Our election coverage continues now. President Trump cruising to victory on the Republican side of the New Hampshire primary. Trump on track to defeat former Massachusetts Governor Bill Weld.
And 4 years ago, New Hampshire offered Trump his first primary victory and helped catapult him to the White House. But he narrowly lost New Hampshire to Democrat Hillary Clinton in the November general election.